Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited today to show you this beautiful rainbow look I came up with using the James Charles palette. I want to go ahead, and my shout out of the day goes to Lily Hope. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. So I'm going to start off with the MAC Paint Pot. As always with the James Charles, this works best. Any other concealer, I notice it just, the eyeshadows do not lay right. So MAC Paint Pot, for some reason, just works really well. But he has said that in his video before, when I was watching him release his palette, that he has tested it out on many concealers, and this one is the only one that really just makes the color stick and pop and does not bunch up or stick to any patches or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and start off this look using the yellow of the palette, and this is called B. I will have the names on the bottom of the screen for you guys, and I am taking the E36 detailed brush from Morphe, and I am tapping it on the inner corner, and then I am buffing it up. I'm not going too far. There's going to be 3 colors on top, so you want to proportion it out so that all 3 colors will match up evenly. I'm also taking this blending brush, and this one was sent to me. I will have the link to this brush down below. It is from Amazon, and it was a great price. So I am just picking up a little bit of the yellow, and I am tapping off the rest, and then I'm blending up above that yellow that I pressed in, just to have a fade look up above the yellow, and that way it blends out. Now I am picking up the second color, which is 518. It is a orange color out of the palette, and I'm going to go ahead using the E36, and I am packing that on my crease and then blending it into the yellow and bringing it down some more, so that that last color that we put on, that the orange will blend into that as well. We want all the colors to blend into one another so that they look, when they transition, it flows very nicely. So take your time with this, but it's not a super hard look. The only hard part is when we are going to be cutting the crease all the way. Then that gets a little bit difficult, making sure that they are equal proportion. But with this, it doesn't matter if you get the color below, we'll fix that later.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better. When I look at what I've done now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better.
Picking up that blending brush again and doing the same thing that we did with the yellow, and blending up a little bit above that crease, just to make sure that this color fades out on the top, to really make it pretty and not the color just where you can see harsh lines. So take your time with this part also, and you just need very little on your brush. I dip in and then I tap off, and then I slowly blend back and forth upwards, and then just keep adding more color if you need. Now I'm going in with the color Skip. This is the pink color of the palette, and this color, once again, I think I've said it in many videos when I do use it, but it will stain. It's not going to stain everybody, but just whoever is eyelids or face is easy to staining with any pink colors, this will stain. It does come off pretty easy though if you use any oil base products. I use olive oil and coconut oil, and it will take it all off. So Just be careful, test it out on a small patch before you decide to use it if you're not sure if you do stain easy with pinks or reds. But I am taking that, I am packing it on, and then I am blending it up into the orange, and I'll go back and take some orange and blend down into the pink so that the transition flows very well and very pretty.
Just a lesson that I've learned, and so it goes. Tables turn in your own. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so.
Taking that blending brush again and picking up some of the pink and pulling it upwards and outwards, because we can fix anything. If you go too far out, concealer will fix that. So don't worry about pulling it out too far either, because the look will all come together in the end.
Stare at your window, hoping that you'll come up with some words to say. That's not okay. When you feel like you're fed up with heartbreak, and you know that you can't take another day, well, that's not okay.
This part I am just looking at which color I need to brighten up, or which color needs to be blended better. So after you get all the colors laid down, that time is the time where you really just look and just see what needs to be more defined, what needs to be blended better. Just like I said, take your time with it and it will all come together and flow really pretty. So now I'm taking the E.L.F 16 Hour Wear Concealer, and I love this concealer. It is so pigmented. Just make sure that you blend it real quick, because this will dry down really fast and then it won't budge. So I'm taking a big synthetic flat brush, and I'm going to go ahead and lay the concealer down. And then when you see me kind of looking up and bending my head and my eyes, that's because I'm trying to get the product to go to my crease. Some people can do it really good and it just automatically does. Mine doesn't do it that well, but of course I keep trying. But it will just make it so that the concealer touches the top of where you want to cut your crease. So if you didn't know that, that's why I was doing that. But I am cutting the crease all the way. We're not going halfway. We are going all the way to that outer pink. So this part, really take your time with this, because this is the most important. It won't look right if both of them are off really bad. So just keep checking back and forth in the mirror, taking your time, going really slow, pulling it out and adding a little bit at a time. If you add too much concealer and just go real ham on it, then it is really hard to fix, because like I said, this color does not lay too well on top of this concealer. So you would have to go back in and really fix it, and to me that just takes all the time out of everything you did at the beginning. So just a little at a time, and I picked up an even smaller brush to really get up into the smaller spaces. And as you can see, I'm going really slow and just taking my time and picking up a little product.
Give me some directions to get to you. Ain't gonna waste my time. I know that we got connection. I think about you. You're on my mind, on my mind, on my mind. Yeah, I'm going out of my mind, out of my mind, out of my mind. Yeah, for you, my love. You drive me crazy. Tell me what to do, what to do. I'm on my knees, yeah, I am begging you, begging you. I'll break the rules if it will get me to you.
Okay, I went ahead and did my liquid liner, and did my lashes, did my face, my contour, my bronzer as usual. I am taking this L'Oreal Rose Gold liquid eyeliner, and I am going along my crease underneath the color that we had created. So just go real slow. It really doesn't show up on camera, but it does show up in person. I really like it, but if I could have chose, I would have chose a darker gold or another color. I just didn't have one on me to do that. So you can leave this step out if you want to. You don't have to add it, because as you can see in the video, you really can't tell if it's there or not. But I'm also laying this down because later we're going in with a color on top of that concealer. But we're going to start with the bottom lower lash line, and we're going to start off with the purple, and this is called Single, and I am tapping this. I don't want this to fall all over my face because I already have my foundation. I am tapping this on that outer corner very softly. And then we're going in with Playground, which is this lighter blue, and I'm going to tap, and then I'm going to pull that in, and that's going to go in the middle. The bottom lower lash line is going to have 3 colors as well. That's why it's the rainbow look. So remember to leave enough space for all 3 colors, because that inner corner is going to have the green. And the last color is the green. It is Social Blade, and I'm going to go ahead and tap this on that inner corner. And then I took a very small detailed brush, and I didn't show it on camera, I don't believe, but I took a small detailed brush and went from outer corner, inner corner to make sure that bottom part was really blended out really nice, but that way you can see all 3 colors as well. So I went ahead and cut the bottom of underneath all that bronzer and contour, and now I am going in with this blush palette by IBY Beauty, I believe it is. I'm sorry, I'll have everything linked down below as well so you can see, but I am picking up both colors. I'm alternating. Be very careful. These are so pigmented. You just need a very little. I ended up having to go in and fix the color using just a little bit of powder on top will cut the color and bring it down a little bit, but pick up just a little bit and dust off all the rest, because this palette is so pigmented. But I love this palette. The colors are just gorgeous. I did get this in my Face Sugar subscription box. This was one of the items that I got, and I'll have that link down below. I do have a code that you guys can use to save $1, but they give you 2 to 3 full-size items every month for $12.99. So it is a great deal, and as you can see, the palette is beautiful, and I love the way that it opens and has 2 mirrors. So I love that about it. I went ahead and I sprayed Morphe setting spray, and I am just tapping that in with my beauty blender very softly. I am taking my contour brush and I'm going down the side of my nose with the product that was already left on. I didn't pick up any extra because I don't want my nose too contoured. So I am taking this Wet n Wild, and is the Hello Halo, and this is the liquid highlighter. I am picking up some of this on the back of my hand, and this is in Gilded Glow, I believe. And I am picking up a damp beauty blender, and I'm going to pick up the product and I'm going to tap this on wherever I want to lay down my highlighter. And be very careful with this product as well. It is so blinding, and a little bit goes a long way. You do not need much at all. That's why I use a beauty blender, because a beauty blender will help soften it out rather than putting it on with a brush or your fingers. This will blend it better. Now I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Loose Powder Highlight, and this is in I'm So Lit, and this is blinding as well, and it is stunning on. Like, this is the kind of highlighter that you can dust all over your body to get that glow. They have many colors. I want to also pick up the gold one, but this is more of a icy pink color. It is so stunning. So I'm going to put that below the brow bone, and I'm also going to put it on the inner corner. I'm also going to tap this on top of that concealer, which you will see me explain in just a minute, but this can go everywhere and it is just gorgeous. So I would suggest for this highlight to go up and pick out all the colors. I'm going to go back and get them all, and for $5.99 you cannot beat these highlighters. You get a ton for your money. So I'm going to pick up some NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm going to take this on a small detailed brush, and I am packing this on to wherever I lay down the concealer when we cut the crease. And you don't need a lot of it, you just need very little of this NYX Glitter Primer, but I use it on every look. It really just helps a lot of eyeshadows, glitters, metallics, just anything. It helps it adhere, and it really helps the look pop. It makes the colors more pigmented. So you just need a little bit, and it doesn't dry like where it's hard or anything. You don't feel this. So if you've never tried it, you really need to pick it up. It's not too expensive and it lasts a long time. It doesn't dry hard, like I said, like some glues or primers. They just feel really hard on your eyes. This doesn't do that. So I am now going to pick up that color, I'm So Lit, in that Wet n Wild Loose Powder, and I am going to just tap this on and press it on, and this is just going to make that pop more. I went ahead and put down my lace front wig, which I can leave this in the description box. Also, I love this wig so much. It is so beautiful and stunning. I just love this color. So I'm going to go ahead and just lay down some bronzer up at the top. That way it will finish off this look. So that way it blends in with the wig part. And now I'm going to go ahead and finish off with my lips. I'm using the Morphe lipstick in Honey. I do love Morphe lipsticks. I think they're gorgeous. They do not dry down to the point where they're cracking or that they just look bad. They are really creamy. So out of all the lipsticks, Morphe so far has to be my favorite lipsticks that I own. My other favorite is Wifey. I use a lot of that, but I wanted just a little bit of a topper, and this is Wet n Wild, and this is their liquid lipstick, and this one is in Send Me Nudes, so it's more glossier. But I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for me, and if you want to have a shout out, remember to comment, subscribe, and like my video.